A lot of my friends at the time were also going into investment banking and things like that. And, these professional careers, becoming lawyers and like highly successful people. And I think I had an assumption that these skills that we get from coaching only happen in the coaching profession. They don't. These skills that we learn as coaches, they're happening in all these other fields as well, parallel to us, things that we don't necessarily associate with. However, not all of them, and not all of them consciously. And so when I'm working with these people and I'm wondering, work, in this space, it's fantastic to feel like humanity is like we're getting the skill sets of kindness, of empathy. There are, in my experience in the business world, the business relationships that make it the most are the most that are open communication, where there's an understanding of just where people are at on a heart level as well as a mind level. A lot of these business retreats and ideas that come from coaching are from the executive world, from these retreats, what people have learned about strengths and personality, and helping empower people and making people feel like they're aligned with a common mission. All of these amazing ideas and really heart-centered approach comes from the executive world. This, to me, is what coaching does. Is it defines those things, gives you handles so you can grab them when you need them, and then also a skill set and a tool set to help other people in those fields, other people in life. Also, get that extra 20%, get that extra 30% that coaching has, accumulated. And then, when you're working with a coach, you get access to that. That's what I feel like is happening right now, in the soup of the development of coaching. What I've learned as a coach perspective, working with people, mostly students, when I was 23, I was, that's when I started my coach training. And I thought, this is changing the world. This is changing my life, because I am helping explore an inner world that gives me specific tools to work on myself, and an awareness, a practical awareness of what to do with that, and designed with a partner who's not judging me, who's not making me feel shame, who's making me feel empowered, making me feel like, yeah, I've got this. I can launch my own private practice. I can eventually launch an organization. We can launch a movement together. We can change education. Let's really do it. Let's really bring coaching into this education space. I was in that soup all from 23 to 27. That was a period of intense exploration for me in this process. And I thought, this is what I need to bring to young people. Then 27, 28, 29, I started working with executives. Someone in a leadership program invited me to work with a handful of executives, and then had other opportunities to work with people in the executive space, give workshops, presentations, day-long retreats and things like that. What I quickly realized is that the working world, that there are pockets of people who are like Jedi masters of emotion and thought, and I respect them a lot. There are other pockets that aren't, and the skill sets seem to me remarkably low and baffling to some degree. So there's a range, right? There's a big range there. And I learned that when I'm working with people that I sometimes feel like bafflingly low, it's not that they're choosing that. It's that, they can, some do, but it's not as much as they're choosing that, as that they just don't have another pathway available to them. They don't know, oh, this is what it's like. That's a journey from bafflingly low skill sets to Jedi master skill sets. And when people start to take that journey, that's one of courage. That's one of that's personal growth, self-growth, all of that. And it's exciting. It's so exciting. And as a coach, I've learned not to judge how long that process is going to take, or how arduous that process is going to be. That process might happen so fast. It might just go from one insight, cover so much ground. So I've learned to trust the coaching process, that insight is there, is in the space, both with executive adult clients and also with students. And to me, as a human being, there's no more, like when I get to my purpose on this, there's no more, how do I say this? Interesting journey to journey with someone than to journey along this growth path, and to see it and as a coach, you don't have to be an expert in it. You just have to be intensely curious about it. And so for my life's purpose, it completely aligns. I love connoisseurship. I love curiosity. I love exploring and seeing what is the best experience, or what is the best, the most meaningful, the thing that's going to make the biggest difference. What is that? It's going along this growth journey. That's what I do. That's what I teach people to do. That's what I was born to do. So here we are, right? Here we are. And as this growth journey happens, when you're working with the Jedi masters of the world, and you quickly realize as a coach, like, wow, this person is like, they have it together. Like, I, as a coach, I'm learning from them. Like, I just sit in awe and just, wow, I'm doing my best. And I've learned as a coach, I can keep that in. I don't need to tell them like that that I'm not worthy, or, whatever feelings come up in myself. I don't need to say that. But what I've learned is I still stay in curiosity. Like, that's my job. I'm a professional, and my job is to stay curious. So I stay curious. And from there, what I've learned is people, everyone knows what they most need. Like, even you sitting there right now, listening, watching this, you know what you most need. Maybe it's a hug. Maybe it's a nap. Maybe it's a realization that you have done the most amazing thing that you needed to do already. And you can sit and just breathe that in for 30 seconds. Yeah. That journey, that transformation, that shift of energy from one place to another, buckle up, let's go for that ride. And when you start to become mindful of that inner world, that space within us, that to me is one of the best experiences of humanity. And when people get into that space, that's what I'm here for. And so all of that happened, right? All of this, my own growth as a human being, the exploring the executive world where a lot of this comes from, exploring then, applying it to academics. What I've learned about people is we are naturally resilient. That the skill set of coaching is found, it's a collection of some of the best concepts that come from all these different fields. And what a privilege, what an honor to be in this space. So if we have, my perspective on this is, if with this knowledge gathering, there's a responsibility to share, to be of service. And it feels amazing. It feels amazing. And the executive world now is looking to the wellness world, what's happening in health and wellness, and ideas, and even expectations and conversation around mental health and wellness, and what we're doing with kindness and empathy and exercise and sleep, and all the importance of nutrition and food choice, and the mental world, and emotional world. All of these things are cutting edge, and I think are really going to change the way that we approach work, that we approach life, and really work towards a work-life integration, not a balance, but how can you do meaningful work, make a living, and also live meaningfully, mindfully, healthily. That's what we're doing now. So these worlds are I think somewhat closer together than we sometimes think, and then you add in positive psychology and what's happening in academia and all of the things that we're studying and are able to know about physiology and psychology, and just the advancements that are being made in science. And wow, what an amazing time to be alive. So that's my take on that one. All right.